Hey, this is Jeff Nelson with IXL Real Estate, and I am a realtor, obviously, in Lower Alabama. And I'm going to do a series of videos. The subject is so large, as you got from the title, investing in a condo in Gulf Shores and Orange Beach. It's such a broad subject, and I didn't want this video to be, an hour long. So I'm going to break this up into sections. So this video is going to have to do with why would you want to invest in a condo in Gulf Shores and Orange Beach? Establishing your why, or some factors that would help you answer that question of why you would want to do it here. There are plenty of investors around the country that invest in different places, but why would you want to do it in Gulf Shores and Orange Beach? So I'm going to hit on that today. So quick, we're going to talk about supply and demand. We're going to talk about proven results, real estate taxes, and profit, because that's why we do it. So let's start off with demand. This used to be known, our Alabama beach used to be known as the little known gem of the South. But it is every year becoming less little known. Just seems like a few years ago I was ranting and raving that, in a good way, that we have 6 million people a year come to our beaches every year. Well, that number, I just did the research, and that number has changed. Now this is 2021 figures. 8 million people visited our beach in 2021, bringing in a total of $7.3 billion in revenue that year. Now, where we're at right now, this is February of 2023, so I haven't seen the numbers from the tourism board yet for last year. But so 2 years ago, 8 million people came to our beach, and they have to stay somewhere. And it's either a hotel, and we have some hotels, but not that many. Or they stay in a rental unit, a condo unit, and most of them want to stay at the beach, near the beach, or on the beach in a rental unit. So the demand is not only there, but it's increasing on an annual basis. That comes from tourists during our peak season, which is March to like October, and then I was debating there because it's really starting to happen now. February it starts kicking in, but March it really starts kicking in as being our peak season. But you got the main tourists who come in usually for about 7 days at a time, and then you have you have some that come in just for 2 or 3 days at a time. But then in the wintertime, we call it our off season, but the wintertime it's still pretty busy down here at the beach because it's fairly comfortable during the winter months. Actually, this year was colder than I can remember it being this cold in a long time. It didn't snow, but it got cold a few nights. But most of the time, our winters are very mild. And like today is February 7th, 2023, and today it was 74 degrees out. So, I mean, that's kind of typical. But between snowbirds in the wintertime and the tourists that come in or hear about us and then they come back year after year, the demand is there and it's growing. Both cities are doing a fantastic job at keeping our beach pure. And you can see that when you hit our beach. We have wide beaches, and y'all know about the sand, how it's that powder white, and it's fine sand, like fine on your skin, fine, like powder, and it's white. And then the water is clear, and it's that turquoisey green color. So it's very attractive. And there's so many people that are figuring out that you don't have to go to Florida to get Gulf waters and Gulf beaches. You can go to Alabama, and a lot of people are figuring that out. So the demand is there if you're an investor. How about supply? If you haven't been to our beach, Alabama Beach, Gulf Shores and Orange Beach, there are hundreds of condo buildings, and they range from, starting around $200,000, and that's off the beach, and they're very small. And then you have condos that go all the way up to 2 or 3 million. So, but the thing is, as far as supply, there is a rental market for every price point. Just like there's a budget for tourists who come down here of what they can spend on rent for 7 days, that might be $700-800 a week, or $1,000 a week. But then you have other people who can afford to spend $4,000, $5,000 a week and get themselves a place at Turquoise. So just like you have a budget for buying a condo for investment purposes, you also have, you got to figure there's a budget for people who come down here and rent for a week as well too. So there's always going to be a demand for the supply. So our supply comes in the form of all those condos ranging from 200,000 to 3 million. And I pulled some numbers just a minute ago. So these are actual figures. And again, this is February 2023. And I pulled the numbers from our MLS of how many condos sold in the last 12 months in Gulf Shores and Orange Beach. 1,731 condos closed. That's all price ranges. Okay, 1,731 condos were bought. Now, I would venture to say, I don't know the actual numbers, but I'm guessing 95% probably of those condos that were purchased for investment purposes. All right. So to give you an idea, 1,731 closed. The median selling price was $530,000. Not the list price, but the selling price. Now, I like to use the median price versus the average price, because the median, if you take a list of that's this big, the median is the one directly in the middle. See, if you use an average price, it could be skewed if there's a few multi-million-dollar condos in there with a bunch of $500,000 or $600,000 condos. So that number, the average price, can actually be skewed a little bit. But the median price is the one I think is the most accurate. So that the median selling price was $530,000, ranging. These are real numbers. The lowest price condo that was purchased in the last 12 months was $120,000, and the highest price condo was $3 million even. The median price per foot was $497 per foot. The listing, I always like looking at this because it tells what kind of market we're in. And we're still in a pretty good, strong market. But the listing to selling price ratio was 99%. So if that number was 100%, that means that every seller out there got exactly what they were asking. Okay, so this means that on average, buyers were able to get 1% off the asking price on average. So you had some that paid a little more than list price, and you had some that paid 3 or 4% less. So supply is there. And again, just looking at history, over 1,700 condos were closed on in the last 12 months. Proven results. This is easy. The numbers, as we already mentioned, the numbers keep increasing, and they have to stay somewhere, all right? And they're coming down for a week or 2 weeks, or during the winter, they could come down for 2 or 3 months. So a lot of them do, by the way, getting away from those north winters up there. But proven results, we have a track record, okay? And I can literally get you the rental history for just about any condo that's for sale in Gulf Shores or Orange Beach. If that unit is not already a rental, I can get a like unit in the same building. I can run numbers on that. And also, I have connections with people in property management companies that can give us a really good projection. So we can get a track record. And really come close, if not the actual history of what happened in the last 12 months on rental for that unit that you like, which is the best track record you can go by is what it did the previous year. And it breaks it down too. It breaks down what they get a week and all the totals and everything. But we can get you track record. And I can get you those numbers. So if you're wanting to purchase a condo in Gulf Shores or Orange Beach, I will get you those numbers and you'll know exactly. You're not going to be walking into this thing blind. So we do have proven results. Real estate taxes. Okay, Alabama, it has the third lowest property taxes in the country. Hawaii, believe it or not, I didn't see this coming, but Hawaii has the lowest property taxes. I'm still having trouble with that one. Louisiana is second and we are third. We have the third lowest property taxes in the country, and that definitely attracts investors to our area. That's just another expense that if you lower that expense, that's always attractive to investors. Profit. All right, now this kind of goes hand in hand with what we just talked about with proven results, but the whole idea is to make a profit on your investment. But when you own a condo that you're renting out to public on a short-term basis, 7 days here, 30 days there, 3 days here, 5 days there, the idea is you're not only going to be making money on appreciation, which is mainly what real estate investing is all about, is getting money on that appreciation. But here you can actually offset any costs, and more than likely you're going to make money on a monthly basis off of your unit, more than likely. Now what I've found, condos starting about, now there's no science to this. I mean, I can produce numbers on an individual basis, individual unit basis, but in my experience, it seems like condos that are lower in price don't necessarily break even as well as condos that are 450, 500,000 and up. At that point, they start actually making sizable income on a monthly basis in addition to appreciation. All right, for instance, I know I sold a condo last year that was 1.275, something like that, and it was averaging $107,000 a year in rent. $107,000, and it wasn't even on the beach. It was across the street from the beach. And then I know of condos. I sold a condo that was $150,000. This was a couple years ago, and it was just getting $18,000 a year. So it's all objective. Is that the right word? One thing goes with another, okay? And so, if you have a 4,000 square foot posh rock star condo, it's obviously going to get more per week, per night, than a small one bedroom or a small studio condo will get. So profit, I can actually run the expenses, run what you're going to get based on projection or either history of rental income, and I can actually get it down pretty much to the dollar of what you should expect to see so far as income. So I have been talking for a while, so I'm going to get off here. This is why I'm breaking up this into a series of several videos. So if you are buying or selling a condo in Gulf Shores or Orange Beach, please get with me. I would love to talk to you, and I can definitely show you how to get the most bang for your buck by buying a condo or selling a condo down here on the Alabama coast. Give me a call. We'll talk to you soon. Hope you enjoyed it.